Lake of no merit. People meet and go on about the business. Of what, I can't say. That's their business, I suppose. What's mine, I can't say either. I collect non sequiturs, mellifluous phrases, patterns of speech, and impossible words, and put some on paper, which I then fold into boats to set adrift on diverse bodies of water. The expectation, not to be confused with desire, being that they sink. There are so many alternatives. I sit beside the fire to read beside its light. It is the sun, actually, lights up this solarium, a scattering of students perched upon furniture that might be broken up for fuel in a future time of need, to feed the flames of the early afternoon hours, curiously licking, as they say, the brick. I wouldn't say I'm broke exactly. I have no money of my own, or so little of it to spend on such comforts as this, but I am comfortable in this impoverishment. I look and like what I see, but seeing eye to eye seems a temporary alignment. The communal mirage dissolves whenever we speak. Old habits. We walk down the avenue, around the corner, and up the boulevard again, always on the busiest sides of the business streets, so we can be alone in the end, bring it all back home and park it in the vestibule, put what keys and small change remain in the pockets of our public vestments, on the pedestal by the door. There's a mirror in the window casing, a hole in the picture frame, a drain in the drawer, and everything happens in an opposite direction. The tables turn at variable revolutions. It's another song any other time we play it. Don't touch the dial. The volume adjusts of its own accord. What isn't heard at first isn't hard to hear. The words appear in our throats as our friends quote us in advance, making no demands of agreement. I am a tourist attraction. Visitors from abroad sit beside me, gesturing for permission to photograph us together, as others walk surreptitiously by, with their phones held aloft at awkward angles. I am reading At Egypt as an old carillon plays tunes from a canon of music box camp Killian would have loved if he were of a previous century, when they'd have thought this strange new world a planet of some ulterior remove Coolidge writes of, a land where words are mere repetition of what is, and what fills the mind, the clattering chime across quick sand and slow dust of thought, remodeled for the use of others. Untenable tenement. I'm tired of trying to keep this in. The draperies don't match and the clotheslines too slack to hold up the partitions. I won't be party to what goes on, the comings and goings of furniture, future roommates and neighbors, their names cognates and faces less familiar than haunting. These hovels have hundreds of stairs, keyholes, and coin slots which are similarly liminal. I think in derelict fables, gates be thorned and ivied, but the rumor does not carry any further than the hall, and I waltz out of step with any music. I'm of two minds. My feet want to walk in different directions. I almost fall, but it's out of fashion. This summer smells like winter, with the unseasonable smoke of all those pine forests aflame. It hasn't rained in centuries, and my mouth feels too tarnished to trust. Like the jaw joints are rusted shut. Some tin man come silverfish, an amalgamated merperson at the mercy of the process, of whatever intelligence has built-in obsolescence. The confidence is twofold. I want them to believe me, and they do, and I am a fool for not following suit. I play along so long the games become me, and it's just as well. I've no other cards up my sleeve. Too often I've let things go, wanting to believe they'd return, or I would to them, as if in the interim neither I nor they could possibly decay, or develop past recognition, past anonymity.